What's going on, everybody? It's DMD the GOAT. We up live and official. You guys see that new banner that dropped yesterday? Sheesh. That thing was next level. Yeah, so we have a few showings today. Our first one is for 3.5 million. Super excited about that. And then we have one in West Seattle for 2.6. And we're gonna finish in Renton at 1.2. That one's new. I'm a little excited. I'm actually really excited about that one. And the reason why I say that is because the one in Renton, I thought it said like a zero lot line, which pretty much means that there's like no land. And so I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't think the garage is attached for 1.2 million, especially if I was going to be spending that kind of money. I would want to have a garage that's attached. So I'm excited to see the Renton one. It's the least expensive on our list, but we're on our way up to Magnolia right now. So I picked up a new book, and it's called The Art of Not Giving a F***. It's a really cool concept, especially because a lot of our media and marketing content has been predicated on not being the ideal image or being the perfect image that society wants us to be. Now, I encourage this book. There's a few people that came to mind because it tells you... Okay, I'm on the back. He's a good guy. Pepe is a good guy. He's a really good guy. Trustworthy guy. Very hard to find these days. Pause. They're not hard to find these days. You have to be very selective on who you choose to surround yourself with. But back to my story. So you have these, you have this idea that you want to be perfect because society says that we should be constantly getting better. We should be getting better at everything we do in life. We should be attaining more. We should be earning more. We should want more. So we focus on all the things that we lack. But that's proven to be psychologically very stressful. So the book is recommending right out the jump, focus on everything that you're really at. When you focus on everything that you're really at, and then you start to pretty much not give a then the things that you wish to attain in life come to you more swiftly and more passively than if you were focusing and stressing yourself on, getting to impress other people, getting to elevate your status in society, right? Which it's a very interesting paradigm, definitely open for discussion, but it's a very interesting concept, and it's called like the reverse approach because it's the opposite of what we're trained and conditioned to do as a society or as a cog moving in our society, right? We're gonna do us, whether we have $1 in the bank, whether we have $100 million in the bank. Our essence and our spirit is not gonna change because our bodies and what we attain physically is just a space and time, right? I don't mean to go philosophical all the time, but I mean, I literally brainwash myself to be this way. So, coming up on the city of Seattle, that big black long building there is the Columbia Tower. We're actually a member of that, folks. See it there, shining in all its glory. Did you know that buildings, these companies don't actually own the buildings? The people who make the real money are the people who own the land. That's what's crazy. They have these things called land leases. If you're a land owner, and that's why they say it's important to control land. So if you control land, right, because they're not making more of it, right? Buy land because they're not making more of it. If you control a plot of land or a piece of land, it's very important because if people want to use your land to build houses or build structures, you can give them a 100-year lease. And a 100-year lease is pretty much all that downtown is for the most part, right? So the ancestors of the person who, owns that land now, or the trust or the LLC that holds it, they're going to be making money on it forever because these large, hedge funds and private investment groups will go in, find a plot of land, pay a year's lease, and then build their 300, or their 75-story building, 78-story building, and then use it, to make money over the next 100 years. It's very interesting how land works. But back to my point, companies like T-Mobile or Crypto.com, formerly known as the Staples Center, or Lumen Field, CenturyLink, right? These really big companies will pay licensing fees to put their names on these pieces of land where these athletic stadiums are at, and it's obviously a good ROI because people earn more about your company, and the more conditioned people become mentally, obviously the more business you generate. So pretty smart. Own land, buy stuff, control stuff. Oh, side note, if you're thinking about moving to Washington, you can take an extra year, maybe 2 years, because our traffic sucks. So we're closing today. So I called her and let her know, like, hey, we have to make sure to respect our clients and take care of them. They can't feel like, they're not being heard or they're not being listened to. So she did call you yesterday, right? So I just wanted to make sure that you knew I was fighting for you on the other side. So we're closing today. Had a little hiccup on that one though, but nothing crazy. I mean, for the most part, I would say in real estate, if your energy is good and you're structuring the deals right, you don't fall out of contract too much. I know I said it's easier said than done, but yeah, you shouldn't fall out of contract too much. Thanks, Josiah. Oh, here it is. Wow, look at that. This is cool. It's only 3.95, yeah. We're just going to go in here and do this buyer tour. This house is on the lake. So it's actually not badly priced, because if we go to Kirkland, which is on the other side, we're going to be paying probably double the money. On this side, Seattle, Magnolia is a really good area, and that's where we're at. Magnolia is up there in terms of location. So this house is going to be great. Let's go check it out. All right, so now we're in West Seattle. West Seattle is a very special community. There's a certain ambiance and energy and confidence. When you live in West Seattle, you're like a West Seattleite. And there's a difference between like coming from downtown and actually being west. We're on Beach Drive Southwest right now, which is the creme de la creme when it comes to beach property, in my opinion, on this side of the I-5 that is. So this property that we're going to look at, I believe, is in the 3 millions, but I'll confirm here in a sec. You usually have to have special access or special rights to kind of come preview and tour these properties. So I'm just really happy that we're having the opportunity to get in here. And actually the agent that submitted an offer on one of my listings in Seattle, West Seattle that is, recognized my name. And so, yeah, we were able to, get this scheduled and queued up so we can, have our buyer tour here also. So super pumped. We're not on the lake. We're super elevated, so our view is going to be spectacular.
She probably is most certainly having a glass of wine, but maybe not. Who knows?
No, we made it happen. Thank you for helping facilitate that.
Thank
I appreciate it.
For helping.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it was a team effort.
Absolutely.
So.
Always. It always is. Yep.
It is. Agreed. So
okay.
have a nice Friday and a great weekend.
Thank you, Kathy. Okay. Bye now.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so this house is very, very nice. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3,100 square feet. But the kicker is the floor plan is very functional. It's very friendly. And you have a yard that is humongous, sitting at 23,000 square feet. So enjoy this tour, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right, so we just finished our home tour for the day. We went to 3 homes, and out of all of them, I would say home 3, takes the ticket. Now that one wasn't on, and that's in West Seattle. That one was not on the lake. It just had a view of the sound, but I just feel like the airiness and the breadth of the house was so nice and refreshing. And the master bedroom was on the top floor, and it had 2 bedrooms on the top floor. So if you have kids, you can have everybody on one floor, which I think is awesome. And then as they get older, they can sleep on the lower floor. So that house was definitely the winner. And our last house here that we just went to in Renton, listed at 1.2, we met a neighbor. His name's Grumpy. And he really just exudes that real feeling of pride in home ownership. He had like a ranch style. He's probably sitting on 46 or 50, 40, 46,000, so about an acre or so of land. And he just has everything like super manicured. His lawn is cut. Just good energy. And that's why we do this, because you're constantly meeting new people. You're constantly redefining and overcoming stereotypes. And you are directly on the pulse of the market when it comes to real estate. So stay hungry, stay lit, it's DMD to go. Let's get it.